Grab your magic jar to wash down today's Crit Sandwich. Welcome to Crit Sandwich. On Crit Sandwich, we play D&D loosely based on our favorite media. This is episode 10 of Campaign 8. Go back and start at episode 1. You sure as shit do not want to start here. For this, our 8th campaign, we are bounty hunters in an oligarchy playing through the plot of BioShock. My name is Casey Sears. I am your dungeon master for this campaign. On my screen above me is Chuck Ventus. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. How's 13 doing?
He's ready to get into a scuffle here with Davis Ryan.
Before we fight, let's hear the softer side of 13. Did it have any favorite childhood toys or artifacts?
It's a trap. It's a
Favorite
trap.
childhood toys? Maybe like a little wooden battle figurine character, like I don't know, like an action figure, if you would, but it was just like a little wooden toy that he would play with, and fight with.
Like, is this a store-bought thing, a handmade thing? What do you...
It's just, I would say handmade. It was just something that was just kind of like given to me in my time of captivity, and it was the only toy that I ever had.
Oh, so sad.
I know, right?
Also on my screen is Robbie Ponder.
Hello.
Tell us if Dr. Rhonda had any favorite childhood artifacts or toys.
Well, she was mostly raised in that MASH tent, so her favorite toy would actually be just an actual reflex hammer instead of her war hammer that's a reflex hammer. It would just be a reflex hammer just because she would think that it's amazing when you tap on someone's knee that they would reflex and kick back.
What a weird little kid.
Yeah, you know? She was raised by 2 doctors, so...
Yeah. Also on my screen is Matt Popich.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Playing Dungeons and Dragons, which means I'm amazing, so...
Heck yeah. So, did Musk have any favorite toys from his childhood?
Yeah, I'll say that he maybe saw some bow and arrow archery work being done at some point and kind of whittled his own makeshift using I would say like a stick and, I don't know, what would you... a horsetail maybe or something? Like a string, a hair from a horse, and
Nerf darts.
yeah, just like a kid, like he made his own.
The 3 of you are in a place known as the Crown. The most expensive and decadent restaurant in all of Arcus, high atop the Plaza Tower. The 3 of you were sitting at a table with Abigail Russell's close and personal friend, Davis Ryan, and Matt went to shake on a deal, and he pulled the old shocking grasp.
It's called the Shocker.
Pulled the shocker. On poor Davis Ryan.
Wow.
And
He's surprised.
They never see it coming.
So, Matt, this will be your surprise round, but let's go ahead and roll for initiative. Matt, you're going to be the only one acting on this surprise round because your teammates are just as surprised as Davis is.
Yeah.
Oh, we're rolling for initiative? Yeah. 13 got an 8 for initiative.
Rhonda got a 12.
Davis got a 13 for initiative. So it will be Musk, you got the surprise round, but Davis is going to be able to act right after you.
You would have thought I would have had Shocking Grasp pulled up immediately, but I chose not to do that. Apparently. All right, here we go. It is a 27 to hit.
That's a hit.
And it is a 2d8 at my level. And I rolled a 13.
What's it look like when you do shocking grasp? I assume it's just an explosion of light and electricity.
Lightning springs from your hand to deliver a shock to a creature that you touch.
He goes in for this handshake, and he's, weirdly casual about this whole arrangement. And you shock him, and his slicked back hair starts to fly up into the sides. I have to channel my Davis Ryan here.
I'm trying to remember what he sounded like last time. Was he pretty calm?
He is calm, but he's the
Yes.
Daniel Plain. You know what he is? He's a bad Daniel Plainview impersonation from There Will Be Blood.
Oh.
This is my boy. I see that the three of you are ready to make a bad deal. And smoke rises from the floor all around the three of you at this table. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Well,
This is a bad deal.
Assuming that's all of us.
Yes, all three of you make a DC 14 wisdom saving throw.
I got a 14.
Rhonda get a 23.
Whoa.
A 2.
If you failed, you are now slowed. Your speed is halved. You take a -2 penalty to AC and dexterity saving throws. You can't use reactions. On your turn, you can either use an action or a bonus action, but not both. Regardless of your ability to use, or regardless of your abilities or magical items, you can't make more than one melee or ranged attack during your turn.
Great.
So wait, who got slowed again?
13.
So yeah, you are slowed, and
So I can do one attack a turn, basically.
correct. Yeah. So that smoke comes up around the table, and the smoke comes up around the table, and Dr. Rhonda and Musk are able to shrug it off, but it really kind of clings to and weighs down and pulls down 13. And it's like it's almost like it's stuck to him, almost like webbing attached to the floor. And then Davis Ryan, he almost moves as if he were in fast motion, as if he were being sped up. Oh wait, hold on a second. I can't actually do that. That would be 2 concentration spells in a row, and that turns out that's against the rules.
Nice try, Davis Ryan.
Yeah, you can't.
Fucking Davis Ryan. I'd never trust a guy with 2 first names.
Dude, so untrustworthy.
And he is going to just step away from the table. So I guess, Matt, since that slow spell did not work against you, you can take an attack of opportunity here if you have something handy.
Of course I do. My short sword.
You know what's funny is I was going to use that joke of don't trust a guy with 2 first names, but then I realized my character has 3 first names.
That's true. 2, you can't trust. 3, actually, it comes back around and it's totally okay.
Ah, good. Thank you.
It negates it.
They cancel each other out, right? I got a 9 on my opportunity attack, unfortunately. Not so good.
Yeah, so he quickly gets up and steps away and steps back about 30 feet from the table after slowing Chuck down. You swing with your sword, but you do not get him. He is a pretty wily and fast wizard here. And after he backs away and puts some tables and chairs between you guys and the tables and chairs that you're sitting at, charging in to the room is that bodyguard, the man that was at the front of the room. Was he half orc?
Yes,
Or
he
no,
was orc.
yeah.
He was a half orc.
Yes, so that half orc comes running and charging into the room. In one hand, he has this fierce and beautiful looking scimitar. And in his other hand, he has what looks like maybe some sort of pole or railing that he ripped off of the bar. And he runs into the room and chucks one of those poles at... Actually, wait, how were you guys sitting? Who was closest to...
Matt was closest to David
Yeah,
Ryan.
Matt was closest, so he did the handshake. Who was on the outside? Who was the last one to sit down?
13, and Rhonda was in the middle.
So 13, remember, you have -2 AC here as well. He chucks this piece of bar at you, and he gets a 23 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
It's going to splinter across your back, doing 7 piercing damage.
Doable.
And he, runs and screams into the room, slashing and dancing about, wildly slashing his scimitar in a pretty impressive and skillful display for a big lumbering dude. That is the enemy's turn, so we are at Dr. Rhonda with 12 initiative.
All right. I'm going to stand up out of the bar stool, and I'm probably just going to stand right there on the table. And I will pull out my wand of magic missiles, and I'm going to shoot. I'm going to use it at a 3rd spell level. And since it's going to be several different missiles, does that mean that Davis Ryan's going to have to do several concentration rolls for his slow, or is it just going to be one? I'm just curious.
I think that's just one. Because you roll the damage all at once.
Okay.
I don't know. Matt, does that make sense?
It does count as different missiles.
Yeah, I would defer to you as the DM, but if you want something official, I can give it to you.
Yeah, what's the official?
Is it per hit on magic missile of checks for concentration?
Yes.
I see. I think we're going to want to look up magic.
I could read it to you.
Go for it.
You create 3 glowing darts of magic force. Each dart hits a creature of your choice that you can see within range. A dart deals 1d4 plus 1 force damage to its target. The dart can strike simultaneously. You can direct them to hit one creature or several.
Yeah, that's the thing. They hit simultaneously. It's all one time. So 1 roll.
Okay, so I'm going to use 4 darts. And from what the beginning of there is, you create 3 glowing darts, and then the dart deals 1d4 force damage. When you cast it using a spell slot 2nd level or higher, the spell creates 1 more dart. So that would be the 3 plus 2 more. If I cast it at a 3rd level?
Sure. Yep. I'm also reading some errata from Jeremy Crawford, one of the lead designers of D&D 5th edition. He says roll for each missile. You make separate saving throw for each source of damage, and that's every hit.
Nice. Do it up.
Yeah, that's a good concentration buster right there. Holy crap. Go for it. So 5 missiles. I only rolled twice, and Chuck, you are no longer slowed. His concentration is broken.
So I said I'm going to do it as a 3rd spell slot, so 15 damage.
All right, so 28 damage already done to Davis Ryan. His nice clothes are pretty disheveled as all of these force bolts launched by that magic missile wand start to impact him. Are you doing anything else with your turn, Doctor?
No, I think I'm good. I'll just stand there on top of the table.
Musk, it is your turn again.
So I'll see the orc come out from the side and throw that thing at my friend and do his sweet moves with the scimitar and go, ah, and I'll pull out my longsword and go, la, 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 and like wave it around me like I think I'm cool. And then I will point at him and I'll cast heat metal on his scimitar.
Ooh, nice move.
So it'll be doing 2d8 immediately. And I'll roll that here in a second, fire damage. And it makes the metal so hot that it's going to be hard for him to hold. So if a creature is holding or wearing the object and takes damage from it, the creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or drop it.
If it doesn't drop it, it has disadvantage on all attack rolls and ability checks until the start of my next turn. And then I can continue its concentration. So I'll keep doing that 2d8 as a bonus action. So I rolled 10 damage, and he needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
You got a 16 on his constitution.
So he has to beat a 16, so he passed. So he can hang on to it if he wants to.
But at the beginning of his turn, he takes damage, no matter what.
No, it'll be on my turn.
For now, he's holding on to it.
Okay, and then he'll have disadvantage on all attack rolls and ability checks. And I guess I'll just stand up and get out of the booth, and then that's my turn.
13.
I am pissed at Davis Ryan. I go into a rage. If he's opposite of me, like, I'm gonna... Is the table, like, small or whatever, where I can just, like, flip it out of the way or whatever and, like, bum rush him? Or is that going to cost me an action?
Rhonda's standing on it.
The table right now has the doctor standing on it, so she'd have to make a dexterity check or something.
Well, I'm in a rage. I don't care.
But there's a table in between you. So there's the table.
No.
There's a table you're sitting at, and there's a table between you and Davis Ryan.
Whatever table is between me and Davis Ryan, I'm just going to, like, move it out of the way, like, aggressively, and just bum rush his ass. Unless is the orc on me? The half orc?
No, he's about 30 feet away right now.
Okay, I'm gonna bum rush Davis Ryan, and I'm gonna swing my short swords at him, and I'm gonna do a reckless attack with my first roll.
Am I on that table that he flips? I hope so. That'd be cool.
First attack. 15?
That does not hit.
Does not hit. Okay, I'll go to my second attack.
Just barely going across his chest as he deftly dips back from your attack.
And I rolled a 14 plus 9, so that should work.
That hits.
Oh, wait, I have a double attack now. I forgot. So that was actually my first attack swinging twice. And then... So that first attack did hit. My second attack, I'm going to roll again. I rolled a 1, a crit miss. Bonus action. My ability as a barbarian, I go into a frenzy and it allows me to use my bonus action to do an extra attack. I rolled a 3 plus 9, which is an 11. So I only hit this dude one time with my 4 attacks here. So I'm going to roll for damage. I'm pretty embarrassed right now.
I remember my first time playing D&D.
I know, right? I rolled a 3 plus 5, 8 damage.
And that was with another short sword?
That was a short sword, yes, sir.
Yeah, so you go up there, you're swinging like crazy, but you only get one good slice in, and you see some blood oozing out from underneath his clothing. A wet spot starts to appear. A dark
Gross.
red spot. Wet with blood.
Period.
You weirdo. You damn weirdo. All right. Is that your turn?
That's my turn, yeah.
All right. So we are back to the enemy's turn. And Davis Ryan standing in front of 13. Hold on a second. Let me read this spell just to make sure I'm doing this right real quick.
You're gonna die.
Cast Disintegrate.
No.
Let me get some cool music on for my death here. You're dead, Davis Ryan. My barbarian. Chuckle.
Okay. Davis Ryan, as you're swinging at him, he puts both of his hands up. And at this point, you notice it almost seems like it just like appears behind him. Maybe like baseball-sized yellow crystal with little metal wings is fluttering around him and just kind of circling around him as some sort of familiar artifact or some sort of magical object around him. And this thing flutters out, and he puts his hands forward. And we're actually going to make a contest here, Chuck. I need you to make a strength check, and you're going to make it against his spellcasting ability.
Ooh, I have advantage since I'm in a rage. I'm pretty
You
sure.
rolled a 19 plus 6, though, so that's a 25. So you're going to have to roll like hell.
Show your roll, Chuck. Let's move that camera down. Come on.
I crit!
No.
Plus
Oh,
what?
yeah, sure. Sure you did, Chuck.
You've got this. Jeez.
Eat my dick, Matt.
It's a 20 plus 12.
Plus
That's
12.
Robbie
plus
saying
12.
all
Start
that.
rolling on D&D Beyond. Oh, my goodness.
D&D Beyond is broken. It's hacked by Chuck.
I found the codes. If you need them, hit me up.
Yeah, so he goes to push you with his mind, and you stand still and stand strong, like you're swinging your sword, and maybe that was why you didn't even get close to him with your sword, because of this force of energy pushing against you. It almost feels like you're fighting against a train or a boat, stopping it from moving, but you do it. You stand strong, and the table and the chairs and everything else behind you just starts flying about and around the room and towards, actually flying backwards towards Dr. Rhonda and Musk.
Deck saving throws.
No, it doesn't, not enough to hurt them or anything, but just flying around the room, and more wood and splinter and everything starts shattering on the wall.
What was that spell?
That was telekinesis.
Oh.
Ooh.
So if you would have failed that, he would have been able to move you up to
Yeah.
30 feet and restrain you.
It's pretty sweet.
A little bit of Vader stuff or something, fling you backwards and grapple you.
You just see 13's hands like push up against the force, and his legs are back in like a track stance just to like keep him from flying backwards.
Surprising the three of you guys as you're facing. Okay, so imagine the corner table was where Davis Ryan was at, and you guys were sitting, and the action kind of. All right, so if we're thinking about the bar in a long ways, you guys are in the far right corner at a table. To the left, Davis moved, but before that far right table is like another table or two, and then the dual kitchen swinging doors that would lead to the back of the house of the restaurant. About 5 feet in front of those dual swinging doors, in puff of smoke just appearing out of nowhere, is Davis Ryan again, but wearing a different set of clothes. This Davis Ryan is in like very, very nice formal wear. Angular and abstract, almost like an abstract tuxedo. And he looks at the other Davis Ryan and he says, "What kind of mess did I get myself into?" And casts Fireball in the corner of the room next to Musk and Dr. Rhonda. So make a dexterity saving throw as this other Davis Ryan pops into the room, sees what's going on, points his finger, and a little of smoke and light pop out and explodes in the corner of the room. Your spell save is DC on this your spell save is 14 on this dexterity saving throw.
Rhonda got a 15.
Musk got a 17.
Nice, both you guys saved.
I got an 11 on my Constitution saving throw for concentration.
Robbie, don't forget you have that really nice shield too.
Thank you. I passed it, so I wasn't worried about rolling with advantage.
He does 24 fire damage in that corner, in that 24-foot radius. Just blasting out the table, the chairs, the wallpaper's on fire, the ceiling's on fire. But you guys somehow managed to dodge the brunt of it, whether you ducked behind a table or kind of fell down or something. But also you're a bit confused as to why there are 2 Davis Ryans in this room. Not a normal thing. That half-orc runs forward. He's just going to throw the sword itself at 13.
It's Ryan Davis.
And he just totally misses. His hot hands are not gonna toss that sword accurately at all, and it flies off into the far back of the room, maybe landing in a wall or something. Also on fire now and burning up the wallpaper. And he runs forward and goes to clobber 13 on the back of the head with his fist. I assume a 14 does not hit.
Does not, now that I got my AC back.
Yeah, so he puts both of his hands together and swings down, trying to get your backside, but you are just too wily for him. And that is their turn. All right, so we have a fairly beat up Davis Ryan right next to 13. About 25, 30 feet behind them, we have a corner on fire with Musk and the doctor. And we'll say about 30 feet south of you guys by the swinging doors is a fresh-faced Davis Ryan.
Oh, hey, Casey. Actually, before we go any further, since the half-orc just went, he should have advantage against me since I did a reckless attack against Davis Ryan, if you want to roll again. I just thought of that. So.
That's too... You're too generous, Chuck. That is an 18 plus 5. That's a 23 to hit.
He's clobbering me with his fists.
Yeah, I was going to say he had disadvantage. But...
Who had disadvantage?
Well, if with the throw, because of my heat metal.
Oh, yeah. He had disadvantage on that throw. He rolled a 2 on that. But his fists. He threw a sword, and then he ran up and swung with his fist as well.
Yeah, that's the fist portion is what I was talking about.
Yeah, his fists are only going to do 5 bludgeoning damage, though.
All right.
As they come back down on the back of your head. Next up is the doctor.
I'm standing on the table. The fire is behind me. I will run forward next to 13. Actually, I'm 5 feet behind 13, so the half-orc and Davis Ryan would be 10 feet in front of me. And I will cast Spirit Guardians. You call forth spirits to protect you. They flint around you to a distance of 15 feet for the duration. If you are good, the spirituals appear in angelic form. When you cast this, you can disintegrate any number of creatures you see to be ineffective. So, of course, I will want 13 and Musk Elonga not to be affected by this. And once it starts, they need to make a wisdom saving throw the first time on their turn. The first time they are in the area or the first time on their turn. They need to make a wisdom saving throw. Or take 3d8 radiant. So I cast this, and the influence that Rhonda's had when she was growing up is from her father's. But the spectral forms that show up around her are of a translucent white form. There's 3 of them that circle around her, and they're not her father's like anyone would think. They are the people that were in the MASH tent, and it's not so much Rhonda remembers everyone that she healed and everyone that they saved in the MASH tent. She remembers the ones that they tried really hard to save and they could not save. And these are 3 of those memories that she has of the people that they worked really hard to save but couldn't save. And those are the 3 specters floating around her. So Davis Ryan and the half-orc need to make a wisdom saving throw.
When you call these specters forth, they clearly are, by physical definitions, those people, by the objects they're carrying, by what they're wearing, and things like that. You can tell and you know who those people are. But there's something about their faces that are almost like blurry and smudgy and smeared and kind of horrifying and terrifying. Like there's something about their faces that are just a little fucked up to everybody looking at these spirit guardians of yours.
That sounds terrible.
Let's see. The orc, or the half-orc, got
the save is a 14.
Oh, the half-orc got a 14, and Davis got a 16 plus 1, 17.
Okay, so they both take 6 damage. And their speed is halved while they're in the area. That's my turn.
Musk.
So it sounds like the guy that just came out, nobody's really around him, correct?
Correct. The new Davis Ryan is unguarded and unprotected.
All right. Well, so for my bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and release the heat metal since that guy, the orc, threw the sword. Instead, I'm going to use my bonus action, and I'm going to go ahead and give 13 a Bardic Inspiration. So that's a D8 on any attack or saving throw. And then for my action, I'm going to go ahead and cast Hypnotic Pattern on that guy. It's on the one over by the swinging doors, the guy that just came in. So
Okay.
it's a cube. It's a cube that kind of like shows up above him, and it's a twisting pattern of colors and shapes that just kind of attempt to mesmerize him in place. So he needs to make a Wisdom saving throw, 16.
He rolled a 13.
All right, so he is knocked the fuck out. On a failed save, the creature becomes charmed for the duration. While charmed by this spell, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0. He doesn't get any saves at this point. The spell only ends if the affected creature takes damage or if someone uses their action to wake him up. So he's just out.
Okay.
And I will move forward with Rhonda out of the fire, and that's my turn. Crowd control. Remember
Yeah.
that from World of Warcraft? Yeah.
13, your turn.
I'm going to do the same business that I did the first turn. I'm going to reckless attack against the original Davis Ryan. I got an 18 for my first attack.
Hits.
We'll call him OG Davis Ryan.
OG Davis Ryan, that's correct. Yeah.
Hey, Chuck, you're like the only one I can get good dice sounds from, and I copy and paste them. So if you can throw me in a couple nice dice sounds here, I'll paste them all
Are you
over.
trying to get me off at D&D Beyond or something?
No, I like to put the dice sound in the podcast, you know?
All right. I'll start.
Well, that explains why my dice sounded good the last time I edited. Last time I edited, it's like, oh, my
I'll
dice
start
sound
rolling
really
some
good.
here.
I'm surprised I'm catching my dice. There's no way you could catch mine. And it turns out Robbie's
It's
mixing.
all me.
and
It's all me.
Yeah, it's all Chuck's rolls.
I got an 8 for the first attack. 8 damage. And I'm going to come back with my second attack. 19.
That's going to hit too.
Not sure if this guy's close to being dead, so I'm just doing each individual attack. 9 damage.
Describe your kill, sir.
So I'm swinging with my short swords, and I do a motion where I just cut his head clean off, and then I spin around, and then I'm facing the orc.
Yeah, so as you do that, right after his head comes off, that yellow amber crystal thing with the mechanical wings drops to the floor and kind of bounces and rolls. And his outfit bursts into smoke, and then gets sucked back onto his body. And now you can see that he was wearing some sort of leather armor that's also encrusted with these little amber crystals and other studs and spikes.
Very good.
But it was very fine and very beautifully crafted leather armor.
And then I had 2 attacks left. As I spin around, I will start wailing on the half orc, and I got a 21 for my first attack, and then my bonus action, I rolled a 16.
21's going to hit, 16 will not.
All right. And then
How many attack rolls did you do, Chuck?
13 damage. I got like 4 attacks.
Because when you get an extra attack, it only counts as 2 attacks. You only get 1 bonus action.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I get a double.
He's got 3 attacks and 1 bonus
I
action.
get 3 attacks. I have a double attack. Sorry, I have an extra attack. I'm dual wielding, so that's my 3rd attack. And then my bonus action is because I'm in a rage right now, so that's my 4th attack as a bonus action. I got a 13 damage on that hit.
I got that. Wait, does that make sense? Wait, are you using 2 bonus actions?
Nope.
Isn't it to swing your offhand?
Okay.
Doesn't that count as a bonus action? I don't.
Yeah, swinging
Does
your
it?
offhand counts as a bonus action, and does your reckless attack also count as a bonus action?
I believe
Matt,
yes.
Barbarian
I
rules.
feel like you're using.
No, I think they're correct.
They are correct, or I'm correct.
I believe you swinging your offhand is a bonus action.
All right, well then.
Yeah, swinging your offhand weapon's a bonus action. So you can't use your reckless attack bonus action and then use your offhand bonus action.
Then I don't hit him for
'Cause you
13
only get one.
there.
Chuck, you're the new Robbie.
Yeah. It's a barbarian. Come on.
It's very-
I'm just messing with you.
It's very
I'm
hot
messing
up
with you.
here.
Uh-huh.
Robbie,
Mhm.
you are relinquished of the
Congratulations, Robbie.
the cheater. It is now Chuck.
That's
Congratulations,
true.
Robbie.
All his crits. Oh man.
Hey,
I believe you on the crits. I'm just giving you crap. I believe on the crits.
well, I'm showing the crits. So it negate that last 13 damage there then.
Okay. So, after that round, which I assume happened properly with all the rules being followed perfectly, we get to Davis Ryan number 2 and back to that half orc. And Davis Ryan number 2 is still dazed. He is still affixed by that hypnotic pattern. But, so you know how he appeared in a cloud of smoke? He just kind of poofs and disappears into that same cloud of smoke still. But that hypnotic pattern, that cube above him, still is up there and flickering. The half orc goes to grab 13. So let's have a strength contest.
When you get a chance, Casey, if you want to do a wisdom saving throw for my spirit and guardians.
He got an 11 for the spirit guardian, so I assume he takes more damage.
Yep, I already rolled it. He takes 13 damage.
23.
Yeah, so you definitely win that strength contest. Yeah, this half orc just, between the spirit guardians and seeing his boss's head removed from its torso, a little distracted, and does not get the grab on 13 there. So it is back to Dr. Rhonda. The only person who you can see is the half orc.
So what is the other Davis Ryan doing? What's he doing?
Yeah, I was going to say, so you said he disappeared?
He disappeared in a cloud of smoke again.
But he didn't move. That's why it's weird. He can't move, so I don't know.
Yeah, he can't move, and he
Yeah.
didn't move. And he was just looking up, and then he just blinked out of existence.
Shady.
Huh.
Yeah.
I want to search, just because our goal is to get that key card. I want to search the dead Davis Ryan and make sure he has the key card. Can I do my action to do that?
The half orc would get an attack of opportunity on you if you run by him.
Yeah, it was like me and the half orc are like tossing and tumbling over here.
Yeah, they're right there. Yeah.
I thought, because I was standing behind 13, and then I will come up, onto the right side of 13, and the half orc would be, on the left side.
13 and the orc are scrapping next to the dead Davis Ryan's body, and the other Davis Ryan just poofed out of existence. Sorry, what else do you need to
So
know?
I can't get to the Davis Ryan corpse to look for the card.
Not unless you want to be smashed by a half orc or grabbed by him or something.
But he would be able to use, on his turn, he'll be able to hit me, right? But not as a attack of opportunity because I'm not walking past him, right?
Oh yeah, I guess you wouldn't be leaving his space. You'd just be walking into it. Yeah, you can walk into melee range with all that and search your body.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that.
You move over there, and there's fists swinging. There are the guardians spinning around you. There's a battle going down, but you crouch down to the floor, and you grab that smoky key off of Davis Ryan that he showed you before.
All right, good. I'll hold it up and tell my party members, we got it. We got it.
Also, there are a bunch of other things on him as well. When you are grabbing that smoky key, you see a AAA token and a potion of wits and a potion of humanness. Also sticking out of there.
So you say it's sticking out, but I didn't grab it. The only thing I grabbed was the smoky card.
Yeah, the only thing you grabbed was a smoky key.
Okay, that's fair. And
Again, looking like a really ornate skeleton key, but made entirely of smoke.
okay. Does that count as my action, I take it?
Yes.
Okay. Am I able to stand too, instead of just kneeling there over a corpse?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's my turn.
Yeah, you were pretty close then. Cool. We are now to Musk.
I will attempt to help 13 a bit. I will cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on the half-orc. Oh, I'm so sorry, not Tasha's. My cantrip one. I always get those two mixed up.
That's the one Robbie got mixed up. Vicious Mockery.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and cast Vicious Mockery. So he needs to make a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw.
17. So close.
Yep. All right. He beat it. And then I want to run over to the smoke.
Okay.
Do I can't, I'm not going to use like an action or anything, but can I like kick around and see if I mean, not like hard, but.
You run into it and through it, and it just wraps around you like there's no one there at all.
And that's my turn.
Next up is 13.
Reckless attack on the half-orc. I rolled a 13 plus 9, 22.
Gonna hit.
And my second attack, I rolled a 4. And then I did my bonus action already. Since I only get 3 attacks, I rolled a 13, so 22 on that one
22 hits.
as well.
You sound so sad now you only get 3 attacks instead of 4.
When you get 2 bonus actions, it's pretty sweet. Opens up a lot of new strats in D&D, those double bonus actions.
13 damage with the first attack, and then 10 with the bonus action that hit. So 23 total.
He's definitely scratched up, but he's not down at all. This guy's a fighter. He's got thick skin, and he can take some hits.
And I'll just tell him, better run. You're out of your league, bar boy.
Nice.
All right, so we are back to the enemy's turn. About 10 feet in front of you, Matt, in front of Musk, the other Davis reappears, and he looks over his shoulders and sees that hypnotic pattern again and goes, shit. So he's going to make another, another wisdom saving throw?
What's happening?
So that hypnotic pattern is still there in the air, right?
I don't think so. I think it's just a one-time thing, and then they're just stunned until.
It's a 1-minute concentration spell.
Let me read it for you. So you create a twisting pattern of colors that weaves through the air in a 30-foot cube within range. The pattern appears for a moment and then vanishes.
Oh, okay.
So that you just like see it. It's like in your vision for like a millisecond. And you're just like, whoa, what the shit just happened? I'm freaked out.
Okay. So what happened was he had already, before he came into the room, he blinked into the room. So blink was still on him. And you just roll a die and determine whether or not you blip in and out of the ethereal plane. So that's what happened. He was staring at it, but his blink was still active because it's not concentration or anything. His blink activated. He disappeared. He moved 10 feet. His blink has deactivated, and he turns around. The hypnotic pattern is gone. And he looks at Musk, and wisps of smoke fly from his fingertips and swirl around Musk. Musk, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
You think he should be out of my spell?
Yeah, he went to the ethereal plane in between, and I think that just broke the connection.
Okay, cool.
He couldn't see it anymore. Like, because that spell isn't there, I would assume.
I won't argue. That's fine.
Yeah, it's like it's a thing that I didn't really know how to interpret because his whole thing was he's blipping in and out. Charmed for the duration. Hold on a second. He's duration 1 minute. Charmed. I don't know. I just can't imagine him disappearing away from the physical realm and still being attracted by something that's not there anymore.
Okay. I got a 17, and then what sort of save is it?
Oh yeah, you beat that. His DC was only 14. He has rings of smoke that start to swirl around you and try to hold you like chains, and you just break right through. You're like, no, you already got out of one of my traps, not this one. He just moves 30 feet away as if he is trying to run out of the restaurant. And he's actually fairly close to the front door where the guard was standing.
Great. Nobody was in his way?
Yeah, actually, yeah, no one would be in his way.
I mean, I would care about him going and warning other people that were fighting in here, but I mean, we got the card that we need. I mean, I can try to stop him on my turn, but it's the half-orc's turn right now.
Is he slowed from the Spirit Guardians? Is Spirit Guardian still in effect?
It's only a 15-feet area, and he's not in it. He's further to the side.
Oh.
Yep.
The half-orc's up, Casey, when you're ready.
Oh, yeah. Duh. So the half-orc, I think he's just going to say, screw it, and start swinging his fists at 13 here.
He's going for that bonus.
Wisdom saving throw when you get a chance.
His wisdom saving throw is an 18.
All right, he passes.
Still takes half damage, right?
Yep, he'll take 5 damage.
And he swings his fist at 13, and he gets a 19 on the first hit.
Yep.
Doing 5 damage. His second hit is a 17. Does that hit?
Yep.
Doing 7 damage. You're swinging your swords. He's trying to parry them with his forearms, and you're slicing them up. And then he gets a couple good licks in, and we are back to the doctor.
All right, I will cast Guiding Bolt on a 3rd spell level on the half-orc.
All right.
16 to hit.
That does not hit. So yeah, your guiding bolt flies, the light flies towards him and starts ripping away some of the fabric of the nice suit he's wearing. And you kind of start to see that, oh, there's actually, like, this is some sort of weird woven metal and fabric suit that he's wearing. And it's actually just like a giant suit of armor.
All right, I will use my bonus action, cast at a 2nd level. I'll cast Healing Word on 13. You get healed for 7 hit points.
Yay.
So this is my first time using a healing spell here.
We're not big healers.
And I am.
Yeah.
10 episodes in.
As a doctor,
I know, and I'm the doctor. I'm like, I know.
Do you say anything, or does it look like anything when you use Healing Word?
Rhonda's hands, they light up as I try to cast a guiding bolt. And this is like a light force that comes out as she like punches forward with her hammer in her hand. And then this next one on the end of her hammer has like one of those leather straps where she can let her hammer dangle, and she'll rub her hands together and then point toward 13. And the way it looks in her eyes is as if she's seeing 13 through like an MRI. She can see where he's damaged at, and this light force just goes and like wherever he was hit at or wherever he's feeling fatigued, that light goes there, it glows really bright, and then it just heals that slash mark or whatever it was that hurt him. Not so much a slash, but even like a bruise or hurt muscles or anything like that.
That's rad.
That's my turn.
Musk. You've got one Davis Ryan running away. You've got a pretty beat up orc, and one Davis Ryan dead on the ground.
I'm kind of imagining the one running away and the orc semi near each other, or not really.
Davis Ryan running away is probably a good 45 feet away from the corner of the room, and a good 40 feet away from the other orc, or the orc.
Okay.
Yeah, he's running out the door, and the orc is still scrapping with 13.
Well, then there goes that plan.
You can try Tasha's Hitty's laughter on him.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I was hoping to do some damage also to the orc, but that's not happening. So, yeah, I do think that's my plan. I'm going to do Tasha's Hideous Laughter. I need him to make a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw.
21.
Beat it. And then I'll go ahead and give Doctor a Bardic Inspiration, and that'll be my turn.
What do you say to inspire me?
Hey, you don't look that hideous as an elf?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take it.
13, what you got?
All right. I'm gonna reckless attack on the orc in front of me. I'm gonna say 14 plus 9. Does that 20, 23. Does that hit?
That hits. Yep.
So my first attack, I'm all do what the hell? 8 damage for first attack. And I'll swing again with my short sword. I'm gonna try and kill this guy. I crit with my second hit.
Nice.
Sure.
Roll for a crit sandwich.
You're just leaving that saved up there. Don't matter anymore.
Shut up. See if it's a crit sandwich. Not a crit sandwich. Second attack does 16 damage. Is he dead? Then with my bonus action, I rolled a 16 plus 9. 25.
25. Okay, yeah. Describe your kill on that last hit, sir.
Well, that's the hit. That's the hit.
Oh, that's 2 hit, and no matter what damage you do, you're gonna kill this guy.
Oh, I'm gonna kill. Okay, gotcha. So I would say is I'm just doing a flurry of blows, and then with my last swing, I just shove my short sword right into his gut, and just like I start to charge in the direction of Davis Ryan, and I just kind of like throw his body off of my short sword, and I run 40 feet to. Can I get to Davis Ryan?
Yeah, you'd be right on his heels.
Yep. I get right up on his ass, and I'm just kind of like, just like, because I'm in a rage. I chase him down.
Yeah, so with one fluid motion, you swing, striking 1, 2, 3 times, and almost like launch yourself off the wall next to you, and propel yourself through the room, over tables, knocking down chairs, and are right behind the second Davis Ryan.
Good turn.
It is that Davis Ryan's turn. And he is going to turn around and look at this terrifying, blood-soaked dragonborn behind him, or blood splattered at the least after attacking that orc. He's going to raise both of his hands towards you, and Chuck, you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm going to use my inspiration for this. I never use my inspiration. I always forget to do it. That's good, because I rolled a 2 in my first roll.
Hey.
18 minus 1, 17.
Ooh. So yeah, you feel a force over your body, like tickling and prickling all around you, but it doesn't catch. The Davis Ryan in front of you disappears in a puff of smoke.
Well, that went terribly.
Can't get an opportunity attack when he disappears.
No.
He's gone. He's gone.
We are to Dr. Rhonda's turn. Do you want to kind of move close to the spot that he disappeared from, or what?
Yeah, I'll run as far as I can, 30 feet. And so if he's still kind of in that spot, because he was 40 feet away, if he moved 5 feet, he'd still be in. If he only moved 5 feet away from where he was at, he'd get hit by my spirit guardians.
Okay.
And if nothing happens, I'm going to use my action to run all the way to the doorway.
Okay. Yeah, you can dash to the door for sure.
Yeah, I'll dash the doorway, and that's my action. I'll just stand there. So I would move 60 feet down then.
Yeah, you passed up the spot that he was just by a little bit.
Okay. So would my spirit guardian still hit him then?
Yeah, if he were to if he were to appear within 5 or 10 feet running out, then yes, it would.
So then that would be a wisdom saving throw for him.
Okay. Well, I mean, he's not there on your plane of existence right now, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay, that's okay. I was thinking he was invisible. Yeah, he's not in the plane of existence. Okay, so when he comes back, then he'll get hit by it. Yeah, so I'm at the doorway, standing there. I'm in like a guard position, and have my shield and my hammers rested on my shield, and I'm just going in circles, looking for anything. That's my turn.
Musk.
I'll just run over to the body of OG and search it.
He is wearing some immaculate studded leather armor. Some might even call it glamored studded leather armor.
I knew. That's glamorous.
He has a AAA token. He has a crap ton of gold on him, probably about 500 gold on him. Potion of humanness. And he also had that one arcane stone, which seemed pretty interesting.
Okay.
And a potion of wits.
Yes, and a potion of wits.
Okay, I'll take all the stuff other than I assume I couldn't get off the armor at this point, so I'll hold off on that.
Correct. Yeah.
How much gold?
500.
And I'll split that with the party, but after the fight, I assume. So we'll hold off. I'm typing in 500, but we're going to split that.
You know, this one time I was playing EverQuest, so I got kicked out of a party because I was looting while everyone was fighting.
Yeah.
Kick him out of the group.
13.
What is there to fight?
I can't really see anything. I don't really see him.
Loot your orc.
I guess I'll loot the orc
He's on the other side of the room.
guy. Well, I just feel like Davis. Yeah, I threw his body out of the way as I was running forward with him, and
Pretty much.
Rhonda's in front of the door.
I'm not no bouncer, you guys. What are you doing? He's somewhere here. He's still in here somewhere.
Well, we kind of see him. What do you want us to do?
He's doing the same move that he just did.
Probably ready in action is what he wants you to do for when he pops back into existence.
I mean, I'm role playing here. Let me tell you something that Musk knows how to do, and that's turn invisible. So, sorry. I mean, while I could meta and I know exactly what he's cast. I mean, I'm well aware of the game, but that's cheating.
He's blinked. Yes.
Yeah. But sorry, I'm not gonna cheat. Yeah.
No, I understand your role playing, and so am I. I like Rhonda is like not feeling like she's a bouncer standing in guard at a doorway. I mean, she's taking this point. She's because that's her option right now.
I think moving forward and ready in an action, especially if it were a ranged attack, makes a lot of sense to a character right now. But it's up to you guys.
I will stand in the center of the room and ready in action to attack him when he comes back with my short sword. I'm going to stand in the middle of the room so I have good coverage.
Okay.
That's the end of my turn.
Appearing near the doorway in a puff of smoke is Davis. So 13, you can't really do anything with that ready to action. But he is right in the thick of those spirit guardians. So he's going to make a wisdom saving throw.
Beat a 14.
He got a 19.
Okay, take 5 damage, and it's basically difficult terrain. Your movement is halved.
He pops up. He starts trying to dodge and weave and juke around all of these faceless spirits that are spinning around the doctor. And he is actually going to just run right past you, Rhonda. So if you want to take an attack of opportunity.
Sure. There he is, right here. He's right here, you guys.
Run right past Rhonda in the doorway.
right
He's going to
here.
run right past her.
I rolled a 3 plus my attack, so I was probably not going to hit.
I assume that's your hammer?
Yes.
Yeah, so you swing your hammer and just it's chaotic. You can't get a good beat on him. You miss him as he runs out the door of the restaurant and probably a good another 40 feet. And let's see if he disappears.
I got past me, you guys.
And he disappears into a puff of smoke outside the
shit.
restaurant near the
He's
top
gone.
of the spiral staircase that leads down through the plaza.
Great.
He's gone, you guys. He got right past me. I told you I wasn't not a bouncer.
You did all that you could do.
I'll go. I won't say anything. I'll just go loot that orc.
Robbie, are you... So, all right, so what's happening here? Are you guys going to let him go at this point, or do you guys want to chase? Because otherwise we could... It depends whether or not we stay in initiative order.
Well, I think we got what we needed, right? Isn't that what Rhonda said?
Yeah, we got what we needed. I don't think we're going to give chase. I'm not going to chase him down into where a bunch of people are at. I don't want to fight down there.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to give chase, but I think we have a limited amount of time here because I think all those junkies down in the club are fans of his. So I'm going to loot the orc.
Yeah, you go over to that orc, and he is wearing some sort of chain armor that actually could probably fit you if you want chainmail, Chuck.
I'm good.
Yeah, he has chainmail, and that sword that is stuck in the wall is a fancy magical scimitar, and if you spend a little time with it, you can learn what it does.
I'll go over and rip the scimitar out of the wall. King Arthur style.
Yeah, it is a very nice blade, and on closer inspection, it has a bunch of sharpened teeth in some of the serrated edges, and also some teeth and fangs encrusted in the hilt.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys got a AAA token, 500 gold, the key to Abigail's study. At this point, you can have one piece of glamored studded leather armor that this Davis Ryan was wearing. You already got the potion of wits, the potion of humanness, and there's also the arcane object that was flying around Davis Ryan.
I'm going to take that thing. Everyone else guess I'm going to take that object floating around him.
And it's a beautiful amber stone with a ring of brass, and attached to the brass are beautiful little brass mechanical wings wrapped around this amber stone.
Oh boy, that sounds pretty exciting.
It's like a snitch from Harry Potter.
That's exactly
It's
what
a
it is.
snitch
Oh,
from
yeah.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, it's kind of like a crystal snitch in a way, I guess. Yeah, a little bit.
I got to do an action. I got to do something later, like during a rest to look at it and to figure out what it is.
Yeah, it's an attunement situation.
Okay.
Chuck, you already had a bard potion, didn't you?
I do.
Do you want to trade that for my AAA token so you can go get a skill you actually want later on?
Sure.
All right.
I feel like I don't think we're going to stand around and like trade stuff right now because I feel like we have a limited amount of time, but I will do that with you once we get out of this situation.
All right. Yeah, let's try and go back out. So we know that way is the wrong way that we came from. Let's go where other Davis Ryan came from, out that door.
Yeah, so you guys grab what you can from these folks, and you go into the other room. It's the back of house, a kitchen area. There is think of it as a very old-fashioned fancy kitchen, right? It's not like all modern stainless steel. There's a lot of wood tables and chopping blocks and butcher knives, some hanging meat. It seems like things are mostly cleaned up for the night. Like the back of house is closed. It is fairly dim back here. But there is like a tank of fish and a tank of crabs and some other stuff like that. Do you sneak your way through this way and maybe find a back door?
That's the plan.
I don't know if I'd be worried about sneaking right now.
Well, I think sneaking is probably appropriate right now until I would say stay close. 13 would tell the group to stay close. But I think sneaking is probably the right choice here.
Yeah, fast but silent.
All right, that's fine.
Stealth checks? Is that what you guys are saying or no?
Yes.
Okay, give me some stealth checks.
Rhonda got a 12.
20 for Musk.
19 for 13.
The three of you easily move your way through this darkened back of the restaurant, and you guys do find doorway. And you guys also, you guys come across some chef outfits and hats and other things like that too. I don't know if you guys want to put anything on and pretend to be some chefs or something. But the three of you make it through, and you guys find a back door. That's an access alley that leads to the outer ring of this huge plaza tower. That there seems to be some sort of back alley hallways built into the structure that are for things like deliveries and all that stuff, keeping those sort of things out of where the people would be in the center of this helix.
Are there any ovens inside this kitchen as we're leaving?
Yeah, totally.
Can I turn the gas on? What kind of ovens are they? Are they?
I would say they're more like coal, wood fire,
okay.
or magical.
Never mind then.
Actually, give me an Arcana check.
Okay. 15.
Okay, so you see basically a stone stove that instead of where like the coals and things would be, you see a slab with like runes and shapes and maybe some sort of like glowing crystal powder in there. And you just kind of knowing what little you know about the arcane at this point, you are able to turn that on, and maybe you throw some other fuel and stuff in there. And I assume you just want to light a fire and watch this place burn.
Yeah, I'm going to set like something small, like a proper distance away, and I will light it on fire with my, I'll cast Firebolt. And just shoot it at something that is small, a close distance by, as we are leaving this place to cause a huge explosion later. So
it's not going to cause a huge explosion, but it will. You have turned on some heat and put some combustibles in there to start a fire.
Or I'll do that. Yeah, if we can do that, or set the building on fire, or whatever we need to do.
You've activated these magical runes that they have discovered work pretty good for cooking. You have thrown some fuel onto that fire and left a trail of it out to a pile of coals and some of the other fuel for some of the other fires to really get things moving here.
Sweet. Add that to my record.
Right. Robbie and Matt, are you guys here?
Yeah, just letting Chuck kill all those innocent people.
Cool.
I mean, somebody's got to do it. Nobody's stepping up, killing these kids and the innocent people here. So somebody's got to do it.
I mean, if he's going to be doing that, can I put a chef apron on and a chef hat?
Sure. While he's loading up some fuel in that oven and leading a little trail to some coal and wood, you don some chef's gear, and the three of you sneak out into this wood and brass and coral hallway that just doesn't. It's not as well kept as the rest of the plaza, obviously, kind of being a back road for workers. And the three of you continue to sneak through and down, finding some staircases that slowly wind you down, walking. There are back entrances and some signs to a bunch of the different shops as you guys are walking through this access route. Do you guys want me to read off some of the shops? I'm not sure if you want to stop or anything like that. Creameries and coffee stores and clothing shops and toy stores.
I don't think we're stopping.
Yeah, I don't think we're stopping.
You guys get to the bottom of a series of staircases, and it looks like there's a door to your left that has a little porthole that actually looks out at the bottom floor of Arcus Plaza. And then there's a door in front of you that looks like it leads back to... Do you guys remember that long access route that led to Arcus Woods?
Yeah, like the big hall.
Yeah. And there is, if you guys want to go through the bottom floor here, there is a bathysphere station at the Arcus Plaza, or you guys could go back to the one all the way through on the far end of Arcus Woods.
Rhonda would say to her parties, well, you got the smoky key card here. The smoky card. We got the smoky card. But do we know...
You grabbed onto the wrong word. Smoky key, not smoky
key.
card.
Smoky key. We have the smoky key here. It has a skull on it and everything. Listen, where is Abigail Russell? Do we know where she's at?
Now that you say that, I think he was going to tell us, wasn't he?
Can I activate my shell phone and ask Virgil?
Yeah.
Where's Abigail?
Well, she always had an apartment in the geothermal operations plant, so she could be closer to the workers and closer to the people. Tell me, did you get the key from Davis?
We got a key, but he escaped.
Oh, well, key's all you're going to need right now, huh? I'm not too worried about that artsy freak. I'm more worried about Abigail.
All right. So the geothermal, you said geothermal?
Yep, geothermal operations.
operations?
Yep.
Let's head to a bathysphere and see if that option is available on the pedestal.
Do you guys just want to go out to the bustling people and go to the bathysphere station here in the plaza?
Is that the closest we think?
That is the closest, yeah. Otherwise, you're going to have to walk all the way through the woods back.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. We have a chef with us, so people will think.
Yeah. Should we have all put on chef outfits and be like, the kitchen's on the fire, and just run out?
Some popcorn.
Verdi. Yeah. Should we have all?
Oh my goodness, we all seen the same YouTube video. haven't we?
Swedish Chef.
Oh, it's
Come
the
on.
chef
Swedish
from the Muppets. Yeah, the
It's
Swedish chef.
Yeah. That's all. Yeah, I want to put on a chef outfit after and we'll come out like.
All right, so we do the Three Stooges in chef outfits routine, and we go to the bathysphere.
Wait, do you guys all really have the chef outfit?
Yeah, for flavor.
Fuck it. Yeah.
All right. Dr. Rhonda hands out the outfits that she took from upstairs to everybody, and everyone's putting them on. And you guys go through the access door and pop out fairly near the theater that you came across. And as you guys walk out into the lower level of the plaza, first you smell the faint hint of smoke. And if you look all the way up at the top of the plaza, it is slowly starting to fill with smoke. And all of the partiers and the revelers, after you guys walk out the door, all just stop and slowly turn and stare at you. And the three of you slowly make your way through, as if trying to act as if nothing happens, to the bathysphere station. And no one engages with you. They just stop and stare and watch as you cross the bottom floor of Arcus Plaza, underneath the arch of Bathysphere Station C, and then eventually...
My good friend Joe don't say anything to me?
Nope. Just stares at you with that dead look in her eyes. The three of you go down the lightly illuminated bathysphere hallway, and you enter another wart-like chamber on the side of a district. And there are 3 different bathysphere fish before you. And you climb in.
Ruined their party.
Luckily, we were chefs when we went through there.
We fooled them, guys. That was great. Good job, doctor.
Somebody goes up to the dial.
Yep.
And you flip it to geothermal operations, I assume?
Yep.
It is lit. And you pull the lever. And off you go. Next stop, Abigail Russell. And I think that's where we're going to call it for this episode of Crit Sandwich.
Abigail.
I really wish we had time to stop at that clothing store.
Verdi.
Gershon.
Yeah.